she was referring to that Act of 2009, Lord, wherein the procedure is prescribed that it is the weightage which that has been argued, Lord, that it is the weightage which has
मैंने आपसे बोला ना जो चीज आर्ग्यू नहीं है वो बहस करिए, नई चीज लेकर आइए.
Lord, in fact, everything has been argued since, Lord.
Then you please sit down.
We have put forth, Lord, our arguments in my return itself, Lord. I have stated, Lord, that judgments have also been.
Whatever you are going to argue now, whatever points have been raised now, will be answered now.
Lord.
Okay, na? And don't say that what you have mentioned there, or I'll say that no other point is raised.
Lord, para 3 of my return mein kindly.
Your return is आइए.
That is 4072, Lord.
72.
Yes, Lord. That is on
para
3, Lord.
Para 3, yes.
Lord, I have relied upon a judgment, Lord, saying that the person who participated in the selection process and interview.
That madam has already cited.
Lord, then there is another aspect, Lord.
जी.
In Madan Lal's case, Lord.
2017 का 9 दीजिएगा SCC. जी. Yes. ठीक है. Yes,
So, Lord, second.
You want to say something?
One more thing.
बताइए.
Para 7 of my return में kindly also.
पढ़िएगा para 7.
जी, Lord. The Honorable Apex Court in context.
आपके लेवल के वकील को जो है para 7 यहाँ से पढ़ना पड़ता है, आप oral argument नहीं कर पाते.
Lord, because I have
reiterated, you are too upset because client is sitting behind.
No, Lord. It's because I have reiterated that, and therefore I am reading, Lord. The Honorable Apex Court, in the context of non-availability of any part of selection record in Lord, that 2007 volume 8 SCC, Lord, has specifically said that because the record could not be produced in view of fact they were not available, no inference or as to the malafide can be drawn against the members of selection committee, Lord. This was one of the, and the burden of establishing the malafide, Lord, was heavily upon the person who is alleging malafide.
2007 का 8 दीजिएगा. लाए हैं आप फोटोकॉपी? किताब की लिस्ट भी नहीं दे पाते सुबह आप लोग.
Lord,
सुबह किताब की लिस्ट क्यों नहीं दी थी आपने?
But since I reproduced
where you want to take this high court? Should we read on the dotted lines?
No.
What is the propriety? इस हाई कोर्ट का इतना पतन हो चुका है, ब्रीफिंग काउंसिल को केस नहीं मालूम रहता, वकील साहब किताब नहीं देते, किताब की लिस्ट नहीं देते. दीजिएगा.
Lord, all these judgments have been considered in 2023, which Madam has relied upon, Lord.
Then why you are unnecessarily?
Lord, because these points have not, your lordships have said, Lord, that those points which are being argued, Lord, will be considered, Lord.
जी बताइएगा. त्रिवेणी हिमांशु का कौन सा पैरा है? You are referring to which paragraph?
Lord.
पढ़ के आना चाहिए वकील साहब, स्पेशली जब क्लाइंट पीछे बैठा हो, पर्ची देने की स्थिति में हो. तो यहाँ तो ये हो रहा है कि मरीज जो है डॉक्टर को गाइड करा, डॉक्टर साहब ये वाली दवाई लिख दो, ये वाला टेस्ट लिख दो.
Lord, all material is on record, Lord. Your lordship.
ठीक है, चलिए.
It's only
yes, Mr.
legal position which we have bringing
citation, my lord.
Yes.
In addition to what
yes.
Mr. Menon has cited, that is 1990 volume 2 SCC 746.
1990 volume 2
SCC
yes.
746, my lord, paragraph 32.
Padi.
It is not unimportant to point out that in matters of appointment in the academic field, the court generally does not interfere. In the University of Mysore versus C.D. Govinda Rao, this court observed that the court should not be slow to interfere with the opinion expressed by the experts in the absence of malafide alleged against the experts. When appointments are based on recommendations of experts nominated by the universities, the High Court has only got to see whether the appointment had contravened any statutory or binding rule or ordinance.
Right.
The High Court should show due regard to the opinion expressed by the experts constituting the selection committee and its recommendations on which the chancellor has acted. See also the decisions and so and so, my lord.
Right.
My lord, may I see the grounds that have been raised by the petitioner, my lord. There's no allegations of malafide,
Right.
not a single allegation.
वो मैडम मैंने बोल चुकी
Yes,
है
my
ये
lord.
बात.
Plus, my lord, there's no submission with regard to a violation of any statutory rule, etc.
Right. ये जो स्कीम है, ये मैडम मैनन ने जो स्कीम सप्लाई किया है
My lord,
एप्लीकेशन फॉर टेकिंग एफिडेविट के साथ में,
my lord.
उसको शी वाज रीडिंग फ्रॉम इट, डॉक्यूमेंट सी.
My lord.
और जो आपने पेज 192 पे लगाया है
My lord.
स्टैट्यूट, उसकी क्या लीगल पोजीशन है स्टैट्यूट की?
Which annexure P4, that is the ordinance issued by the UGC.
हाँ
That is statutory.
हाँ,
Annexure
That's
P4
under the act, my lord.
दैट इज अंडर द एक्ट ना.
under the act.
एंड व्हाट डज इट से?
Prescribe the selection procedure.
P4.
यस.
Which?
हाँ, बताइएगा क्या बताना चाहते हैं.
No, my lord is putting a query to me.
नहीं, आई एम आस्किंग यू दैट इसका क्या ऑर्डिनेंस की क्या पोजीशन है, लीगल पोजीशन? इट जस्ट वेस्ट पेपर ऑफ
No, my lord, it's a passed under statute.
इट्स
Yes, my lord.
स्टैट्यूट ना. यस, ठीक है, दैट्स, थैंक यू.
We also are relying upon that, my lord, ordinance
हाँ,
11, my lord.
ठीक 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 है, थैंक यू. व्हाट मोर?
That's it, my lord.
यस मिस्टर अग्रवाल.
Mr. Uttam Maheshwari is also.
हाँ, उनको भी कुछ कहना है. किसको असिस्ट कर रहे हैं आप? तो हो गया ना. दो इश्यूज
11:24.
लिमिटेशन.
11:24, I will take 15 minutes, but watch me. They have taken 1 hour, not more than 1 hour.
हाँ ठीक है, दे हैव टेकन ऑलमोस्ट.
Now, two technical objections have been raised. Madam.
यस
First, there is a delay of about 4 years in filing the present writ petition,
जी
and therefore, on the ground of delay itself, my lord, the petition deserves to be dismissed.
जी
This is their first objection.
जी.
Now, my lord, the Executive Council passed the resolution accepting the recommendation of the selection committee on 24/5. The lordship may kindly note the date 24/5/2013.
13.
30. 24/5/2013. And on 2/6/2013, all these things were not disclosed. On 2/6/2013, I submitted an application under the RTI seeking, my lord, the scorecards, the applications, and the recommendations of the selection committee. My lord, this application is dated 7/6/2013.
Just a minute. On 2/6 or 7/6?
7/6.
7/6 you submitted an application under RTI.
RTI. My lord, that is annexure REJ 3 at page 23.
Annexure R.
EJ 3, rejoinder 3. I sought that-
along with IA number
My lord, this is a rejoinder.
or rejoinder, yes, 2017 का.
Ji.
जी. और ये 3. Yes.
Now जानकारी चाहिए जिसमें मैंने मांगा कैटेगरी एवं रिक्त पद, एकेडमिक स्कोर, प्रेजेंटेशन स्कोर, साक्षात्कार स्कोर. I sought these information as to how many marks have been awarded under academic score,
साक्षात्कार स्कोर.
साक्षात्कार का भी तीनों चाहिए मान.
जी
Lord, this was not supplied to me.
जी.
Only the document, my lord, the recommendation made by the selection committee was supplied, my lord,
When?
and other things were not supplied, my lord. The academic were not supplied.
when was that supplied to you?
My lord, that was supplied in 2014.
Date बताएंगे उसकी?
My lord, initially it is 11/10/2013. That is at page 25.
Of this rejoinder itself.
Rejoinder itself.
जी. 11/10/13 को.
My lord. Then against the action of the university in not supplying the documents, my lord, information,
जी
I preferred an appeal. My lord.
जी.
Now my appeal was decided by the appellate committee on 19/10/2016. I'm sorry, 26/12/2000, 26/12/2016.
थोड़ा सा, ये तो आपकी अपील 26/9 को इन्होंने क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन देने से मना कर दिया?
मना कर दिया।
वो कहाँ है ऑर्डर?
वो दिया नहीं, they did not supply, refuse नहीं किया, but they did not supply the information that
filed appeal.
appeal.
Appeal filed. Sorry, appeal
Then appeal was decided on 26/12/2016, Lord.
26/12/2016.
The university was directed to supply all the information, Lord.
कहाँ है वो अपील का डिसीजन?
Lord, that is, your lordship may see annexure REJ 3 at page 38.
38.
38.
REJ 338 पर तो है नहीं.
REJ 7, Lord, REJ 7, page 38.
REJ 7 की डेट है
21/2/2017.
17 से आपको फिर जानकारी दी गई.
जानकारी दी. Now, my lord, the information was supplied. My lord, your lordship may kindly see the next page. This is the
Excellent.
information which was supplied.
एक सेकंड.
Ultimate, finally, my lord.
ये सब चीजें आपने यूनिवर्सिटी से छुपा ली थी क्या?
ये सब
इसके बारे में कुछ बताया नहीं यूनिवर्सिटी ने?
हाँ, यूनिवर्सिटी ने बताया नहीं, जबकि रिजॉइंडर उन्होंने पढ़ा.
पढ़ा होगा ऐसा
नहीं,
प्रेजेंटेशन.
अभी उन्होंने REJ 2 refer किया है. That means she must have gone through my rejoinder.
जी.
Now, this was supplied, my lord, on February 2017. If your lordship may see the next page,
Yes.
by which the information was supplied.
Yes.
Now, all these information was supplied to me, my lord, in the month of February 2017.
And then petition is filed.
Then petition is filed. So there is absolutely, my lord, the petition was filed in February 2017 itself.
जी.
Now, without these information, particularly, my lord, the marks awarded in the academic performance appraisal,
जी.
unless until these are supplied to me, my lord, I could not ascertain, my lord, where I stand.
जी.
And therefore, my lord, only when these information was supplied, my lord, particularly those containing an annexure P5, my lord,
जी.
relevant data, I could not have preferred this petition. So there is no deliberate or willful delay, my lord, in approaching this honorable court. It is only when the information was supplied, particularly those relating to the marks obtained, my lord,
जी.
then, my lord, the petition came to be filed.
जी.
So my first submission is there is no delay, my lord.
Right.
It is only when I collected full information. Otherwise, my lord, half-heartedly I could not have come.
Right.
Without these API score indicators, my lord, I could not have approached this honorable court.
Right.
So first submission is there is no delay.
जी.
Now second, my lord, this second objection is, my lord, that I, having participated in the process of selection, I am stopped from challenging the selection process. This is their argument.
जी.
Now, my lord, this principle is applicable, my lord, where the selection process itself is challenged. If a particular selection process is prescribed in the advertisement, the candidate participates in the selection process, my lord. Thereafter, he cannot turn around, my lord, and challenge that selection process prescribed in the advertisement. Now, your lordship may kindly draw the distinction, my lord. There is a fine distinction. Here, I have not challenged the selection process at all, my lord. Selection process is legal and valid, my lord. What I say is that they have not followed the selection process. There is a difference, my lord. I have not challenged the selection process per se. I have challenged, my lord, that they have not followed the selection process, my lord, prescribed under the ordinance
जी.
by not awarding the marks for the interim, my lord, which is 20.
जी.
So all those judgments which they have relied upon, my lord, they are on the point, my lord, that after participating in the selection process unsuccessfully, the candidate cannot be permitted to turn around and question the selection process itself. Whereas in the present case, my lord, I am not challenging the selection process. I am challenging the action of the respondents in not following the selection process which is prescribed in the statutory ordinance.
Annexure P4.
P4. That is the ordinance, my lord, that is statutory ordinance.
पेज नंबर बताएंगे P4?
Yes. Lord, starts from page 27, my lord.
उसका relevant बताइए.
जी, दो relevant है. 6.0.1.
6.0.1.
Page 28, my lord, 6.0.1.
Yes.
Now, your lordship may kindly note this, my lord. It is very important.
जी.
The overall selection procedure shall incorporate transparent, objective, and credible methodology of analysis of the merits and credentials of the applicant. Now, there should be, my lord, a transparent, objective, and credible methodology of analysis of the merits and credentials of the applicants based on weightages, Lord, your Lordship may kindly note the word, based on the weightages given to the performance of the candidate in different dimension and his her oblique performance on a scoring system pro forma. Now there is a scoring system pro forma, which is prescribed, my lord. Scoring system pro forma based on the academic performance indicators API as provided in this regulation table 1 to. Now how this scoring system is to be given, my lord, that your lordship would find at page 29.
जी
Now we are concerned with the post of assistant professor, my lord, that therefore the subsequent, my lord, column would be applicable.
जी page 29
29.
yes
It says, my lord, academic record and research performance 50% marks.
वो पढ़ चुका मैडम मैडम बहन
हाँ,
पढ़
तो
चुकी है वो।
उसके लिए ये, my lord, this is a part of the selection process.
जी
50% marks are allocated for academic record and research analysis, 30% assessment of domain knowledge and teaching skills, and 20% for interview.
Interview performance.
And thereafter, on the basis of aggregate of these, all these parameters, my lord, the select list is required to be prepared.
Yes.
Aggregate of these marks, my lord.
Yes.
Not only on the basis of interview, my lord. There has to be an aggregate. Now, my lord, the entire case, my lord, which is being projected, that this annexure P5, my lord, which we say, my lord, is the performance indicator, my lord. That is the first two.
That was a part of the scrutiny, preliminary scrutiny.
No, my lord, my submission is,
This is your submission.
my submission, it is part of the first two stages. That is academic record and research performance and assessment of domain knowledge. The
only interview was-
80% का, हाँ, केवल इंटरव्यू. तो इस 80% का जो आता है, ये annexure P5 है. This is not simply a shortlisting, my lord.
ठीक है
Your lordship may see, my lord, this, it clearly says, my lord. It
ठीक
will-
है I have understood it.
Yeah, my lord, I will not repeat. So, my lord, this, in the first two stages, I secured 29.5% marks.
Yes.
And, my lord, interview is only of 20 marks.
Yes.
Now, if your lordship may see the chart which I have given. I belong to OBC category, my lord.
Chart is annexure
And, my lord, that page 8 of my petition, my lord.
page 8
The marks, my lord, which has been allocated in the first two stages of the
वो
selection
तो आपने
process.
बता दिया था आपके 29 पॉइंट
हाँ।
थे मैडम
और
यादव
11
मैडम यादव के 27 थे
जी,
ठीक है ना वही चार्ट है ना
वही
ये?
chart, वही chart है. और अनिल कुमार कश्यप की 11.5 है, who has been recommended in the OBC category.
हाँ ठीक है वी आर कंसर्न विद अनिल कुमार कश्यप एंड मैडम यादव बबीता
In
यादव
fact,
वो
all the
जनरल में-
candidates.
वो
My lord,
जनरल
I would be selected in general category, my lord, even if I am awarded average marks in the interview.
यस यस
Take it, if I take it, my lord, that I am awarded average marks.
यस
All the 5%, my lord, forming part of the interview committee award me 1 mark also, my lord. Then also I would be top.
यस
Each member, my lord, has 4 marks. If we divide 20 marks between 5, my lord, members of the committee, each member,
नंबर भी मिल जाते तो
5 number,
आपके 34.5 हो जाते
34.5 हो जाते.
जी
तो भी मैं जनरल कैटेगरी में आता.
जी
Now, my lord, they say, my lord, that the selection committee made the recommendation and and this honorable court cannot sit in appeal over the recommendation of selection. But what is the basis of making recommendation, my lord, by the selection committee? This is what I am questioning. Selection committee cannot act selectively. They cannot, my lord, simply see the face and say that this person.
आर्गुमेंट हो तो गया कि पॉज देख के कर दिया
वही मेरा आर्ग्यूमेंट भी वही है. ये पूरा पहुंच देख के किया.
हाँ
Only on the basis of face.
तो इससे फेयर एडमी अरे नहीं मैडम आप उसको
It
सीरियसली
is on the lighter side. It is on the lighter side.
lighter side.
It is on the lighter
Not on the lighter side. मैंने अपने आप को करेक्ट करना भी चाहा और मैंने आपको बता दिया है कि मैंने जब ये कहा is the not on that, it is how much intense a teacher
राइट
to be an assistant professor knows about it. That is what I was wanting to convey to my lords. Nothing less and nothing more.
थैंक यू
So, my lord, this selection person, there's one, my lord, annexure P8. my lord.
P8
Now, Babita Kumari, my lord, she applied under the general category.
जी
Page 66, my lord, is her application.
पेज 66
Yes, my lord. Annexure P8, page 66.
क्रीमी लेयर में आते होंगे इसलिए नो
हाँ, उनका recommendation हुआ OBC category.
कहाँ
How she could have been appointed under the OBC category?
पेज 66 यस
Lord, application, if your lordship may see, lord, so and so category. On the right hand side, my lord, from the bottom, category work. सामान्य में टिक किया है.
सामान्य यस
Saman. And this is admitted. And her name, if your lordship may see the select list, my lord, that is at page 52, annexure P7.
जस्ट अ मिनट
But I just intervene. ये जो बता रहे हैं summary, ये shortlisted का ये member तो internal
नहीं
committee
एक सेकंड मैडम कैटेगरी थोड़ा ना बदल जाएगी आप इतना क्यों ना
नहीं
नहीं, ये
category
सिर्फ इतना बता रहे हैं अभी कि पेज 66 पर बबीता यादव मैडम ने
The two committees are different. How can you
नहीं
compare?
नो 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 प्लीज वेट a candidate cannot apply in before for one post under general category and another for another
नहीं,
post.
उसकी बात नहीं हो रही
अभी
नहीं उसकी
अभी क्या
बात नहीं हो
बात हो रही है, अभी क्या बात हो रही है कि उसको समझिए फिर आप रिएक्ट करिए. Your reaction is most welcome. What he is arguing is that on page 66 is the application which was filed by Madam Babita Yadav, Mrs. Babita Yadav. And it is mentioned, her category is mentioned as general category. Now, a person who applies under general category, can he be, he or she be recommended under the reserve category? This is the issue which he is raising.
क्योंकि बेसिस ये बता रहे थे इसीलिए दैट इज द रीजन
नहीं नहीं, basis नहीं है. अभी आप
द
वो मेरिट अलग है.
कि पेज 31 का था इसीलिए
सर, वो इनकी जो रिकमेंडेशन है एग्जीक्यूटिव काउंसिल ने जो एक्सेप्ट किया उसमें भी ओबीसी लिखा है.
हाँ, वो देख रहे हैं
उसमें भी ओबीसी
देख
लिखा
रहे
है.
हैं.
अरे
अब recommendations is annexure.
not annexure P7.
हाँ
This is the selection list which was prepared by the selection committee.
जी.
Relevant is at page 52, last 7 names.
Yes.
In the School of Commerce and Management.
Management, yes.
Starts from Ashish Gupta. Then
आशीष
Sunit.
गुप्ता
Ashish Gupta.
नहीं, स्कूल ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट मयंक अग्रवाल.
हाँ, वो नहीं है सर, ये बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का अलग है. लास्ट के 7 नाम
बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का अलग
मिस्टर आशीष गुप्ता से स्टार्ट होता है.
एक सेकंड मैं देखता हूँ कहाँ है.
इसी में 6वां 7वां नंबर है.
स्कूल ऑफ लॉ के नीचे वाला.
नहीं सर, स्कूल ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट.
हाँ,
आपने ठीक पढ़ा, मयंक अग्रवाल पहला.
आशीष गुप्ता.
इसी में आगे चले तो आशीष गुप्ता
अनरिजर्व. अनरिजर्व.
सुनीता वालिया अनरिजर्व.
हाँ.
बबीता यादव ओबीसी. Now she applied for general category. Then Anil Kumar Kashyap, who got 11.5 marks in the first 2 stages, he has been recommended under OBC category.
उनका तो कोई डिस्प्यूट नहीं, वो तो ओबीसी में अप्लाई किया था उन्होंने.
अप्लाई किया था, लेकिन उनके मार्क्स सिर्फ 11.5 है, मेरे 29.5.
एक सेकंड.
He secured only 11.5 marks in the first 2 stages of selection.
Anything else?
Now, my lord, the only question which boils down to this, my lord, whether this annexure P5, my lord, which I say is the list, my lord, which was prepared on the basis of performance in the first 2 stages, my lord, whether that is, my lord, a part of the selection process or whether that is only a short listing of candidates.
Even if it is presumed that it is shortlisting of candidate, then that could not have been totally distorted. And if it is distorted, some basis is to be assigned to it.
No, no.
That's as simple as that.
And
Anything
yes, my
else?
lord, I will conclude my submission, my lord, that in the affidavit they have admitted that records are available. My friend has cited one judgment.
पढ़ लिया, record.
Records are available with the university and they have admitted that no marks have been awarded for the interview.
Yes, देख लिया.
And if we accept their argument that this is shortlisting, then where are the marks, my lord, for the first 2 phases of selection process? Academic performance.
This writ petition is filed, being aggrieved of.
Well, look, can I just clarify?
Please.
My lord, as far as the shortlisting documents are concerned, my lord, the committee that has done the shortlisting is different from the
Short.
बुला लीजिए. हाँ.
the selection committee and the scrutiny committee, shortlisting committee are 2 different committees. my
Yes,
lord.
yes.
That's one thing. The second thing regarding that application form of general category and this, my lord, may I see the pleadings of the petitioner, my lord?
Forget about the pleadings. Come to the document. Come to page 66.
My lord,
Whether you had filled
The
the
reason-
application and, no, please. Once you fill an application under general category, how can you be recommended
I'll
under?
just answer it, my lord. Just give me a minute, my lord.
Please.
There was a specific pleading of the petitioner himself that there was the roster was not being followed. So all application forms were filled as a general candidate. And then being a rolling
अच्छा,
this thing, my
तो
lord.
कश्यप साहब का फॉर्म भी देख लेते हैं, वो भी जनरल कैंडिडेट के रूप में ही क्या?
देख ले सर, उनके का भी है।
My lord, may just see the
Petitioner-
pleading.
petitioner का तो
My lord,
OBC
may just see
category
my lord, may just see the, this is why drawing attention.
वो
my lord.
बताइएगा।
That at this juncture it would be important to state
कहाँ
here
पर-
that while issuing the
कहाँ
advertisement,
पढ़ रहे हैं आप?
paragraph 5.5, my lord,
ऑफ द पिटीशन,
Hmm.
आप पढ़िएगा।
that while issuing the advertisement date 30/10/2010, the respondents have not showed the reservation roster applicable on the advertised post as detailed by the central government.
जी।
In this regard, so this is the reason why Lord, that she had filled the form as a general candidate.
This is
And
an
being a
afterthought.
rolling,
This is an afterthought.
no, my lord, it's not an afterthought.
You will not change your category merely
It
because,
being a rolling
for
advert-
example, if I belong to SC category, if I fill a form, may there be no reservation prescribed, still I'll show myself to be an SC.
In her case, my lord, in her case, what she has done is since it was a rolling advertisement, she updated her form.
फिर हमें दूसरा इशू भी इसमें एडवर्ट करना पड़ेगा कि इनका जो है जांच, कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट की जांच करानी पड़ेगी।
My lord,
नहीं,
my lord, may order that.
क्योंकि ये जो है
There's
क्रीमी
no
लेयर,
doubt about the caste. There's
क्रीमी
no
लेयर
doubt.
वाले जो है, दे आर नॉट एंटाइटल्ड।
There's no doubt about her caste, my lord, there's, she
नहीं,
has
it
no
is
doubt
not the
about it.
caste. It is not the caste. The OBC reservation has a connotation of creamy layer. That is what Indra Shani says. And then we'll have to
But-
say that, but नहीं,
That is nobody's case, my lord, that is
don't-
nobody's case.
अरे-
We cannot deviate so much to such an extent,
okay,
my lord.
चलिए,
Father is a government employee, she could not have made this very.
I know that. उसमें लिखा हुआ फॉर्म में आपने पढ़ा दिया, 66 में देख लिया। इतना टाइम नहीं लगता वकील साहब कागज पढ़ने में। अब लिखा दें।
My lord, my lord.
Thank you. This writ petition is filed, being aggrieved of the fact that petitioner, who was one of the candidates for appointment in terms of the rolling advertisement, rolling/open advertisement bearing number R-T/P/RA/2010 dated 30th October 2010 to fill up the faculty positions in Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya Sagar had applied for the post of assistant professor and associate professor respectively in the School of Commerce and Management, full stop. Copy of the advertisement is annexure P1, full stop. As per the advertisement, along with the advertisement, a corrigendum dated 20/11/2010 is enclosed, showing two posts of professor, two posts of associate professor, and three posts of assistant professor in the Department of Business Management. Next paragraph. Since the present controversy is in regard to appointments in the Business Management Department, this court will not be referring to other subjects. Next paragraph. According to the petitioner, though he has raised a ground that there was no roster prescribed, but since the appointments have been made appointments have been made for 7 posts of 7 posts, and all those 7 posts have been filled up to appoint assistant professors, comma, at this point of time, learned counsel for the petitioner gives up his challenge to the roster system. Next paragraph. It is submitted that annexure P4 is the Gazette of India, September 18, 2010, which prescribes minimum qualifications for appointment of teaching faculty in universities and colleges -management/business administration. Next paragraph. Clause within bracket small, sorry, अभी रुक जाइए. qualification prescribed for the assistant professor is first class master's degree in business management, oblique administration, oblique in a relevant management related discipline, or first class in 2-year full-time PGDM declared equivalent by AIU, oblique accredited by the AICTE, oblique UGC, or first class graduate and professionally qualified chartered accountant, oblique cost and works accountant, oblique company secretary of the concerned statutory bodies. Full stop. Under the head of desirable qualifications, it is provided that teaching, comma, research, comma, industrial and oblique or professional experience in a reputed organization, semicolon, 2, papers presented at conferences and or published in referred journals. Next para. Thereafter, it is provided that the yep, that is provided in clause 6.0.1 that overall selection procedure shall incorporate transparent, comma, objective and credible methodology of analysis of the merits and credentials of the applicants based on weightages given to the performance of the candidate in different relevant dimensions and his oblique her performance on a scoring system performer, comma, based on the academic performance indicators within bracket API, bracket close, as provided in this regulations in table 1 to 9, 9 Roman, 1B Roman, of appendix 3, 3 Roman, full stop. It is further provided that in order to make the system more credible, comma, universities may assess the ability for teaching and or research aptitude through a seminar or lecture in a classroom situation. इसको copy कर लेना पूरा. Next paragraph. Thus, it is submitted that petitioner was adjudged by the committee and her score on the basis of the academic qualification, research paper and teaching experience was found to be totaling 29 marks. कहाँ लिखा हो? 27.5 score.
Finally, it is 29.5.
है?
पहले 27.5 था, finally it is 29.5.
वो कहाँ है?
Yes.
Annexure P5 में कहाँ है?
No.
Was initially adjudged as 27.5,
33.
whereas subsequently
Page 30.
33.
35. Page 35 is my Chandralata Singh.
And
Total
finally, it was adjudged at 29.5 as compared to contesting private respondents. Number 4, for whom API score was कितना था इनका 4 का?
Number 4 got 27.
27, comma, for 5,
5 is Sunit Walia, 12.5.
12.5, and for respondent number 6 as Anil Kumar Kashyap,
11.5.
11.5, and for Lokesh Uike,
11.5.
ये तो SC कैटेगरी के हैं ना,
इससे झगड़ा
तो 7 and 8 Full stop. 6 Anil Kumar Kashyap's 11.5. Next. As far as respondent number 7 and 8 are concerned, they belong to admittedly belongs to SC category, and since there is no dispute with them, therefore there is no need to reproduce their scorecards.
Can I interject for a second?
Just a minute, just a
please?
minute. Give me a minute, please. It is informed by learned counsel for the university that petitioner, respondent number 3, Shri Ashish Gupta, and respondent number 6,
Yeah.
Shri Anil Kumar Kashyap, have already left the university, Hari Singh Gaur, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Central University for better pastures, and therefore they may be referred to, especially the respondent number 6, Anil Kumar Kashyap, as he was selected under the OBC category. Full stop.
I'll just interject for a second. Now, where the marking doesn't take place properly, what does the Supreme, I should have said it. What does Supreme Court, only para 4, I won't read. Para
Okay, Didi, yeah, mujhe de
14.1, para 14 point, what Supreme Court has to say.
Oh, yes.
Greatly obliged. 14.1, page 50,
Yes.
56. Para
Just a minute.
14.1 देख लेंगे, please, where it says, the decision